Welcome to Game Maker. In this little tutorial I'm going to show you how to make the first game, which is the clown game. So hopefully by now you've gone onto Style, you've downloaded the zip file containing the sprites and the zip file containing the sounds, and have extracted both of them so as we can upload them into your game. If you need a help with that, either give me a shout or find one of your classmates and I'm sure they'll help you out. So Game Maker is made up of lots of components. The first one we're going to look at is sprites. And when I go to this little icon here, it lets me create a sprite. A sprite is simply a picture. It doesn't actually do anything, but it makes objects visible in your game. And objects are a bit like your actors in Tinker, in that they can be coded to do different things. So let's click on here to add a sprite. Sprites have a naming convention, that's really important, and we're going to call the first one SPR_wall. Once we've given it a name, we need to load the sprite, and I've already got these downloaded, so I'm going to go to load sprite. I'm going to go and navigate, for me, quite a few folders till I find files, 9 Gaming, into Game Maker, into my games and into my sprites, and I'm looking for this wall sprite. I'm going to choose the red wall, but you can choose the grey or the blue one, doesn't make a difference. And I'll just click on open, and you'll know if the image is there because you'll now see it beside this naming for the sprite. I'm going to add a second sprite. It's going to be called SPR_clown. And I'm going to load the clown sprite. So once you've navigated the first time, it should go there quite quickly the next time. So I've got my two sprites. My game is going to have some sounds in it. So I'm going to come up to here and I'm going to click on sound. Sounds have the naming convention SND, and I'm going to call the first one bounce. I'm going to load my sound. Again, I'll need to navigate. I've done a little shortcut here to my sounds, and I'm going to choose the one that's SND bounce. So go and find your bounce sound and load it up. I'm going to OK that just to close that sound down, and I'll maybe just close these down as I go along, and I'm going to add a second sound. It's going to be SND click. I'm going to load the sound, and I'm going to load the click sound. So far I've got my pictures and I've got my sounds. And these can then be used in objects to carry out the game. So let's create an object here. First object is going to be the wall. So the wall is going to form a boundary around my gaming area. Once I've given it a name, I need to say, well, which sprite is going to be used to represent my wall, and we're going to pick the wall sprite. Now, the purpose of this game is going to be that we click on the clown. The clown's going to move around the room, the gaming area, if you want to think of it that way. It's going to move around, and when we click on the clown, we're going to get some points. The clown's going to go and jump to a random position and start moving again, and we're going to continue to click on it and try and get as many points as we can. So in order for that to happen, the clown must be contained within the room, and the wall is what we're going to use to do that. If, however, we forget to make our wall solid, the clown will pass straight through the wall. So I'm going to click on solid, and then I'm going to OK, because there's no code to be added to wall. It doesn't move, it just is a boundary, but it must be solid, and I'm going to OK that. Second thing I'm now going to do is I'm going to generate my next object. That's going to be obj clown, and again, don't forget to load the sprite, otherwise the object won't be visible. And I'm going to load the clown sprite, but the clown sprite is going to have a lot of actions and events added to it. Let's just close everything else down.